life. Don't release these poor guys into the wild. Look at that. Wait till Megalodon gets that big. See, he's got me. It's like straight armor, guys. The weather is like extremely insane out here today. This is like ridiculous. We just had a break in the rain. We were gonna come out here and dig the front yard pond. You see a squirrel? As soon as we get the shovel and everything in here, it starts pouring. I'm like trying to keep my camera lens from fogging up. It's just insane out here, but we even have some shoes. Oh, I don't know what. Alexa's talking. There's an Alexa in here talking somewhere. But that's okay. I guess there won't be any footage of digging in the pond in this video. We're gonna get straight into this gigantic pet river monster that's in here that, quite frankly, I believe is almost like a fish scam. I feel like a lot of people fall into this trap, not necessarily knowing what they're getting into. So inevitably, if you get into fish keeping, your interests are gonna change. You're gonna go through different types of fish that you keep. You know, I used to keep a lot of cichlids. That was my thing. And then I started getting into monster fish. And one of the big reasons I got into keeping big fish, or getting fish that are really small that get huge, is because I wanted to see what their personalities were like. I wanted to create big ponds to keep these fish properly. And that's exactly what I'm doing. But I also wanted to do it to show people how massive these fish can actually get and how quick they actually get there. So the fish I'm talking about is the red-tail catfish. The red-tail catfish, you may have seen many videos on it, but guys, I'm gonna shoot it straight with you on this fish. Probably my favorite fish I've ever kept in my entire life. It's such a cool fish, guys. This is Megalodon, my pet river monster. If you remember, I bought him at just about an inch long, and he has surpassed 1 foot now. Not even a year old. That just goes to show you how big these fish can get and how quickly. He's not even close to being done growing, guys. In captivity, these things can get 4 feet long. So for those of you that are like, yeah, right, 4 feet long, remember at the Dallas World Aquarium when I was there just a month or so ago, check out this footage of these red tails. Okay, so there's something extremely epic down here. Look at the size of this red tail.
Look at that, look at that, look at that.
Is there another one?
No, look at, he just went deep. He's gonna come back up, he's eating.
Oh, I see his tail.
Yeah, they're right underneath the palm tree.
You can see his tail down there. Look at that. Wait till Megalodon gets that big. Absolute beast. Now those are full-grown adults, but still, that shows you where they can go, guys. These fish are eating machines. And a lot of times, a lot of pet stores, I'm not saying all, but a lot of pet stores won't tell you this. You're probably wondering why I have gloves on, guys. We're gonna actually pull Megalodon out. I'm gonna handle him so you can see. If you're unfamiliar with catfish, a lot of catfish, almost all catfish have very sharp barbs coming off their fins, and they hurt. You know, from a fisherman standpoint and a fish keeper standpoint, I've been stabbed many times in both situations, and it does not feel good. All right, so you're underwater with Megalodon right now, and as you can probably see already, guys, this is one of 2 fish in this pond. This pond gets a 50% water change once a week. They create a lot of waste, okay? The other fish that's in here is not considered a monster. It is an aggressive fish. They get reasonably sized, but that was monster. The term monster, or the term big, is something that I really wanted to bring up because big can mean different things to different people. Somebody who's only kept guppies in their life, a fish that can grow up to 6 or 8 inches may be considered big, and that's a lot of the things the pet stores don't tell you. So I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, when people say a red tail gets big, you saw the footage, they get huge. Now in my experience, they're pretty easy fish to keep. If you remember, Megalodon actually almost died a while back. I don't know if he got caught under a rock or something, but all his barbels came off, and I took you along for the journey on his, with saving Megalodon, and he pulled through and then just started packing on size. Another thing you need to know, guys, these fish eat. These fish eat. And he eats about 10 to 15 shrimp in one sitting. So if you think about it, added up, he gets fed every other day He goes through a lot of shrimp a month. It's pretty insane. So along with being easy to keep, you can see, guys, there's nothing fancy. This is just a 150-gallon holding pond. If you're new to my channel, I just moved back to Florida from North Carolina. I had to donate every single one of my tanks along with $2,000 worth of fish. But there's nothing fancy in this tank. There's some remnants of some white with some remnants of black diamond blasting sand, just what I couldn't get out. That's all that's down there, and this fish does extremely, extremely well. But the biggest thing to be aware of when you see this cute little thing right here sitting in a tank at your local pet store is to have a plan before you ever buy the fish, guys. Know that the fish is gonna get 4 feet long. Unless you have a short-bodied dwarf species of redtail, know that this fish is gonna get absolutely massive and it's gonna grow a lot faster than you might think. See, at the last property, guys, you know we had the 1,100-gallon pool pond. I ended up breaking that down, throwing that away because I knew when we came here, none of these ponds were gonna be pool ponds. We're going all out, in-ground ponds, looking nice. And the first pond we're gonna build is right over here if you've seen the last couple videos. That'll be the next stage for Megalodon. We're gonna build that pond around 300 to 400 gallons. The pond in the back is gonna be around 5,000 gallons. So it's gonna be pretty insane, guys. But just make sure you have that plan. These fish grow big. And you know, guys that do great things for the hobby like Ohio Fish Rescue and some of the other fish rescues out there, they're getting overwhelmed with these monster fish, guys. So if you're gonna keep these fish, keep them responsibly and plan to house them for their entire life. Don't release these poor guys into the wild. All right, guys, what I'm gonna do now is get in here and hopefully attempt to handle Megalodon for you. I got these gloves on with this just like some synthetic rubber here just to kind of protect my hands in case he gets barbed. Guys, I fish a lot. My hands and fingers are all cut up from various fish with teeth, and I'm not trying to get them cut up any more than I have to. So I'm gonna get in here, guys, and try to coax Megalodon out. As you can see, he is a big boy. I just gotta really watch these barbs. The strength on this fish is just insane, guys. As you can see, he's got me.
What happened? What happened?
Look at the damage he just did to the glove right there, guys, with that barb. That just goes to show you they're very hard to handle. So as you can see here, guys, this fish is a handful. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Beautiful fish. And the top of their head is like straight armor, guys. Like, that is hard. I don't want to keep him out of the water too long. As you can see, pretty stressed out, but look, and just cutting this glove all up, it's insane. So guys, I would have loved to have kept Megalodon out of the water longer to really show you kind of the different features of that fish, but one of the cool things about the red-tailed catfish is their head. It is solid like bone. It is like a plate of armor, and that's one of the reasons they call this fish a tank buster. They grow so big and they're so strong that if you keep them in a tank too small for them, they can literally bust your tank open. It's like that serious. It's not a joke. You got to see firsthand, guys, how powerful that fish is. I just wanted to use this video to maybe educate and be straightforward. Keep it basic so you don't get confused. This fish gets large. It's gonna need a lot of space. They're super powerful. You see it's just over a foot long. This fish is not even a year old. How hard that fish was to handle. I mean, he was hard to hold on to. And they use their defenses. And you know, that's another reason I wanted to put him back quick, is I don't want Megalodon to feel as if he has to use his defenses against me. We have a good relationship already, believe it or not. These fish can develop quite the personable relationship with you. So that's Megalodon, guys. I hope you guys subscribe and stick around and watch Megalodon come on to be just a monster, massive adult. I hope maybe you learned some things about the red-tailed catfish today, but beware, guys, it's not just the red-tailed catfish that turns into a monster. You got tiger shovel noses, you got pacu, you got arapaimas, a lot of other big monster fish that you really need to have some prior planning done. So hopefully in this next video, once the rain stops, you can see some footage. We're gonna start digging this front yard pond today, and I will see you guys on the next one.